thinking about taking on Araxxor? Yes. The spider that Jagex says is not actually a spider, but most definitely looks like a massive spider that has spider theme and aesthetic? Great. No worries at all, because I'm here to tell you everything you need to know and maybe a few things you don't need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Prison Joe Locked In Review. After stacking thousands of Slayer points and a long night of theory crafting, I sent myself into madness, doom, and certain death on day one of Araxxor release. Through my unmatched determination, grit, resolve, and autism, I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about Gilinor's newest high-level Slayer boss. From the basic appearance and information to the in-depth mechanics, we are going to cover it all. And at the conclusion of this video, I'm going to grade this new piece of content on a scale of 1 to 10 using the most complex sources and guides known as my opinion. Will the big spider Araxxor live up to the hype? Find out today on the Locked In Review. Hey guys, just a quick note here before the video rolls. This video was supposed to be uploaded a week after release, so I've made some tweaks to make it shorter and more digestible for today's date being months later. Unfortunately, a variety of things happened where we had to wait to upload this, but regardless, I didn't want to put it to waste, and I hope it gives you a good laugh. It's a fun video, and it's informational. Hope you enjoy. Much love. Obviously, as stated before, the boss is going to be brought over from RS3, but of course is going to be very different, mechanically speaking. Araxxor will be located in the Mortania Spider Cave, and the only requirement to enter it is the Priest and Peril quest. I assume most of you know this, but Araxxor can only be fought on Slayer task. You have to have a task to fight the boss. And of course, 92 Slayer. As for the juicy drops from this boss that are unique, first up we have the Noxious Halberd. This actually looks sick. To be honest, I'm not sure about this weapon, but its stats are really good, and it definitely might be a great option for those who are too broke to afford a scythe or a soul reaper axe, or great for desperate Iron Men. They're all desperate. Drum roll, please. Last but definitely not least, we have the Amulet of Rancor. This is an untradeable drop that you want to add to your Amulet of Torture. This upgrade will make the Amulet of Rancor the new best-in-slot melee DPS amulet in the game. So sexy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we are all here. Iron Men and mains alike will be foaming at the mouth to get their hands on this bad boy. It looks sick as well. Look at that. Very nice. Surely by the end of this video, I have 6 of them. Also, just to know, for anybody confused, once you do add the Rancor to the Torture, it does become tradable on the GE, thus resulting in big money. Moving on, I covered the amazing little guy that is the pet drop from this boss, but along with that, some other unique items include teleport scrolls to get there faster, a venom gland that is for the new venom potions or to use on yourself, a jar of venom drop for the old POH, big spider, and also an Araxxor head drop for a sick new Slayer helmet. Look at that drip. Like I said before, it goes without saying, I am stoked. It is time to get this bread. Good morning, gamers, or should I say good evening. Welcome to the Locked In Review. It is currently Araxxor Eve. The boss is about, I think, 5 to 6 hours from coming out. I can't even lie, I'm very excited for this boss. I don't think my expectations are high, but they're also not low. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I think Jagex has hopefully learned their lesson with bringing over old bosses and just kind of trying to copy and paste them into old school RuneScape. For example, Nex. I'm sure if they did that again, they probably would have made a few changes to make the boss more enjoyable. Right now, my gut is telling me that Araxxor is going to be good. It's a very cool boss. We'll talk about the boss a little more here in a second, but obviously, brief little history. It is a boss that currently exists in the dumpster fire that is RuneScape 3. And now it's time for it to shine in the big leagues. Hopefully. I'm also very excited about the pet of this boss. Look at this guy. He is perfect. I want this pet so bad. And that is why, over the past couple weeks, I've amassed over 8,500 Slayer points because I'm going to be grinding this boss hard. So at the end of this video, when I give my honest review, there will be no stones left unturned. Hopefully we make some big money. Hopefully we get that beautiful pet. But like I said, we're going to go in blind and handle the basics and get these mechanics down. That way later in the video, I can give you guys the metas that are currently going to be the best in the game at the time of recording this. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, as far as getting tasks for Araxxor goes, I'll be using Kuradel, also known as Duramami, And as you can see here, I have specifically set this block list up with intentions of getting as many Araxxor tasks as I can. With the thought in mind of purely trying to get high-weighted tasks out of the way, this is a solid block list. And if you want to make a good block list for Araxxor, I recommend going on the wiki and then just blocking all the most highly weighted tasks. Gamers, it is time. It is day one of Araxxor release, and it is time to hopefully get lucky and get a task early. I am currently here with Kuramami and a couple of my friends here who are probably also trying to get an Araxxor task. So here we go. Surely first try, we get a task. All right, well, that's not what we want. Get that. Second time's a charm, surely. All right. Well, okay, so this is okay. Here's what we're going to do for this. Instead of wasting 30 points. For those of you wondering why I did that, if you do get a Tazar task, you can just do Jad. You just go in the cave and you go out and the task is done. And that saves you a whopping 30 points instead of skipping it. Time to stop burning these things, man. All right, so we have currently burned through almost 1,000 points. We have not got a task. This is not looking good. This is simply not looking good for us, but we're gonna persevere. Oh! Nothing like a little bit of complaining to help you get the task. There we have it, 215 Araxxites. That's a big, juicy task. I'm really glad I unlocked that extended before I got my first task, because that took longer than I wanted it to. Anyway, it took us about 1,000 Slayer points to get one task. So at that rate, I could do about 8 tasks, and that's probably about 600 KC. I have some under-the-table news here coming in from the Globalist Elite, Gnome Monkey. Apparently, the task is weighted 10, so I think I just suck. All right, so we have the task, 215 Araxxor. We're about to go and give it our first attempt. We're going in completely blind. I've watched no streams, no guys. I haven't talked to any of my sweaty, high-level, elitist, globalist PVMers who are spawning from Jack. Okay, here we go. I pray melee to start here. Oh, there's the boss. Looks like we have some sacks around here. Okay, scythe hits. Let's go ahead and spec. Okay, claws are nice. Claws are nice. Okay, well, so far, I'm destroying it. Okay, I'm not sure what these are. Okay, I feel like I should kill this for sure, because it's beating the shit out of me. Okay, it's down. Okay. Alright, that's pretty explanatory to dodge there. Just some poison that probably really fucks you up. Rupture. Oh, this is gonna blow up, isn't it? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, that was a good guess. A good guess. My days is okay, the scythe is just kind of okay so far. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, God. It's like it doesn't hit anything or it blasts. I don't know what that is. I think that might be a range attack there. We'll try that next time. I see. Okay, so this guy's green. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to kill him with range. Or that's just because he's range, maybe. All right, this is not working well at all. Let's try the blowpipe here. Okay, you definitely... All right, let's just eat. We want to survive here. Okay, I feel like if you get far away from the boss, that's what he does, is he sends that attack there. I don't know if that's range or mage. I need to get the prayer on quicker so I can kind of determine what that is. Let's go ahead and brew up here. I'm brewed down to fucking eternity right now. Oh, I guess these things on the ground don't disappear, do they? Okay, I definitely had the prayer on. Oh, God, I'm venom now. That's not good. We definitely don't want that. Okay, I'm not sure what he's doing now. I don't know what's going on now. I'm not sure. I think he's... And this is like the enrage at the end here. Okay, we're just gonna eat up here. Oh my God! We're gonna finish the KC here. I don't know what this. Oh, he drops a poison splat every time. We got the KC. Let's go. Holy shit! Okay, that was Harvest Araxxor. Okay. What? I don't think mage is really worth bringing a switch for. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I see. I guess his defense is lower during this. Okay. That was pretty clean KC there. That wasn't bad. That was not bad at all. We're getting a little faster here. Not too shabby. So like I said, I went in there blind and tried a few kills, and honestly, kind of proud of myself. I didn't die. I got the KC, and a few things stood out to me that I immediately recognized. We have a top Tuesday professional, Mr. Rhino, out here, sporting the beautiful Grandmaster helmet. He's I think like he's ready to get after it. Looks like he's trying to scythe out with the crush setup. Okay, that was pretty fast and a lot better. 126 PB. That felt quick. That felt fast. I think that is a good place to essentially leave things for now for day one. I'm about to live stream this boss a ton. I'm probably gonna be talking to a lot of different people. We're gonna figure out the efficient meta, the chill meta, and the giga reclined, I don't care about efficiency meta. And after that, I will get back to you with those methods and show you the best ones and some different options. And also maybe a couple different gear options for some of those who don't have max gear, or you filthy Iron Man. Oh my God, yes! 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 Yes, finally! We finally got something! Get me out of here! I want to get some money! Let's go! Woo! We finally eat! The Blood Fury charges! The Scythe charges! The supplies are finally paid for, baby! Let's go. The dopamine release. Yes. Yes. How do you make this bad boy? What is it? This is for the new best in slot amulet in the game. Yes. What's he doing? What the? What? That's actually pretty sick animation. He just drops it on the ground? Okay, that's nice. We'll take that. Into the abyss. Very nice. Would you like to combine these to create the Noxious Halberd? Yes. Okay. What is that? Okay. I'm here to protect you, princess. Halberd done. Damn, he thick. Honestly, why does it jiggle like that when it comes up? Be real. You see that, don't you? Are you seeing this? Oh my God! Hey, now that I have done over 1,000 KC at Araxxor, I have learned quite a few things. Number one being, crush is king. As you saw in some of the stream footage there, I was using a variety of setups. For those of you wondering what I was using or what you probably should use, I'll briefly cover that. If you are a Giga Chat who wants to kill this boss fast and efficiently, this is the setup you want. Inquisitor top and bottom, the Scythe, that good old Slayer helm of yours, and all the other best in slot melee goodies, and of course a Ballista to take out the minions quick and clean. If you're lazy and want to give this boss minimum attention while you tank hits watching this YouTube video or any other video / show and camp it for 20 plus kills without banking, the Blood Fury is for you. Now the setup's going to be the same before, except you're not going to have an Inquisitor's top. Instead, you're going to be rocking a Torva plate. Now you might be asking, why a Torva plate? It's quite simple, actually.
The globalist elite RuneScape players are claiming best in slot DPS and Blood Fury is being used. I've seen the documents. I've done the math.
Like I said, simple. If you are a mid-game player or balling on a budget, Inquisitor's Mace, Soul Reaper Axe, and the good old Bludgeon are all viable options that perform well. Of course, paired along with the best in slot melee gear you have. If you are turbo broke, fear not, because the Zombie Axe, ass-spanking paddles, and even the old reliable Dragon Mace can secure you some KC here, which I think is pretty cool and enduring for those who decided to be poor and have 92 Slayers somehow. Or you're an Iron Man. Who cares? Adding to that, if you have Thralls and Death Charge, use them as often as possible. As for special weapons, Elder Maul, Burning Claws, and regular Dragon Claws are all great options as best in slot. I'm pretty sure all three of these options are all very close to each other with how efficient they are, so honestly, use what you like. Personally, I like to throw in a Dragon Mace special when Araxxor drops them. As for the fight against Araxxor, movement is the path to victory. Dodge the venom mechanics, take out the minions with your trusty Ballista or Carol's crossbow, if you're poor, or an Iron Man, and utilize vertical and diagonal movements to keep the DPS during the boss's enrage phase. It goes without saying, but a lot of this fight is self-explanatory and will just take some time and rhythm to master. Moving on, it's time to answer the real question. This is a content review, and we are going to be giving an honest one of the big spider. Yep, I don't care, it's a spider. Show this image to anyone on the planet and they're gonna say what? Spider. Even your grandparents would agree. Like in my previous locked in review of Varlamort, link down below, I scored this update on a scale of 1 to 10 using these grading criterias. Number 1 being the launch quality. Jagex did a good job with the Araxxor here. There were no significant bugs, and the smaller ones were hotfixed pretty quick. The most notable bugs I was made aware of were people not receiving the pet transmog after obtaining the kill time requirement, and people getting smacked one time after the boss died, which, to be honest, is kind of funny. And that brings us to our second criteria here, being the appearance and art design of said content. Now, I will be a tad critical here. Disclaimer, I am by no means saying the boss art design is bad. I just feel it is lacking a little something. Listen, we can all agree that RS3 is an absolute dumpster fire, but look at Araxxor. This dude is running an insane stack. Our bug needs some juice, some width, some fucking size. Beef that bad boy up. This is a level 92 Slayer boss with over 1,000 hit points. We can give him a bit more girth. Put some biceps on those mandibles. You get what I'm saying. On to another note, I think the arena you fight him in is perfect, and the minions are well designed as well. The amulet is sexy, especially with the goth mommy kit right here. The pet is perfect. Literally S tier. He's so cute. And the halberd is... Let's be real, this looks like dog shit. It's like, how are you going to attack from 2 tiles away? A Darok axe is longer than this thing. Conclusion, they could have made Araxxor a bit more imposing and thick. A little D-ball, little human growth hormone, or spider growth hormone, or Araxxide. You get it. Our third criteria, accessibility and appeal. This is a little bit tough because the boss is locked behind 92 Slayer and is, of course, task only. With that being said, I do think it's more than fair, and it also incentivizes people to grind their Slayer, whether they're 99 or on their way to 99. So in a roundabout way, I do think it is a good thing. Now, for those who do have 92 Slayer, I will say the sheer accessibility of this boss is where it does earn a lot of points. The difficulty scale on this boss is nothing crazy. I think the hardest part about it is having 92 Slayer. I mean, you can beat this thing to death with a dragon mace if you do the mechanics as intended, and I don't think that is a bad thing. Our final and most important criteria being the content and replayability of said content itself. Listen, I'm by no means an elitist or fancy myself as a top player in RuneScape, but the boss itself did feel a smidge underwhelming difficulty-wise from the start. Running into the fight with max gear and swinging my scythe like a Neanderthal, I felt like the fight was over before I could really learn anything. I think that primarily stems from the intended mechanics not being that punishing if they are done wrong, which is why I think scaling up the punishment of messing up those intended mechanics would make for a more engaging fight and add some fun in a devious way. Don't get me wrong here, I think the mechanics in place are great, and I like how Jagex is incentivizing movement over prayer switching and gear switching in this fight. All I'm saying here is a bit more ouch when you mess up. Nothing crazy, scaling up the boss's base damage and possibly its specials as well. How funny would it be if the Venom Beam hits you a 70 if you take it face on? I mean, come on. When I say this, I'm speaking from first-hand experience. You can make a lot of mistakes and essentially take minimal damage if you're using a Blood Fury and keeping basic overhead prayers up. Punishing players more for mistakes will push toward what I think makes this boss stand above other Slayer bosses, and that is replayability. This is where this boss shines. Although the fight is fast, once you master it, it becomes very fun to farm. If you do complete the mechanics of the boss as intended, you can soar through KC at high rates per hour, and the speed of the kills just feels very nice and rewarding. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was straight up addicted to the spider for a week. Once I got the fight down good, I just wanted to keep going over and over again, and it was some of the most fun I've had playing RuneScape, like, actually. And that's why I really do think just scaling up the difficulty just a little bit more would add to that rewarding feeling. In conclusion, I don't think the boss is quote-unquote too easy by any means. I think it just needs a couple little small tweaks to really elevate it. One last note on the content itself. I think it's very cool how Jagex added incentive to get all the unique boss items and then reward you with a very cool kit for the new amulet. I think this is a good direction for bosses in RuneScape, and I hope they keep doing it because I think most RuneScape players love achievable cosmetics, myself included. And that's why they should add an extremely difficult version of this boss that has a chance to drop a green scythe kit. Yeah, I'm coping. Moving on. As for the final score of this update on the locked in review, taking everything into account, drum roll please. Araxxor isn't incredible or groundbreaking in the totality of the game, but it is a W, coming in with a 7.9 out of 10.
Stamp it.
Araxxor is a good update. I don't think it's anything game-changing for RuneScape, but it is a solid and fun replayable boss. It was very close, but it fell just outside that 8 range for me. If the changes I mentioned before were made, it possibly would probably be in the low to mid 8s. Still very good. Araxxor makes sense in RuneScape, and I feel like it does belong, and I think that's most important at the end of the day. I don't think I made too many crazy or hot takes on this. Most people have responded well to this boss and are having a lot of fun farming it, myself included. Although the boss itself is fun, the items you receive in the cosmetic additions are really what brought this close to 8 for me. I really hope this is a theme that Jagex continues to do to inspire max nerds like me to really delve deep into new content, even if it isn't necessarily aimed at us. And that, my friends, is my Locked In review. If you made it to this point, thank you for watching, and please type a 1 down below in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing if you are not already. If you want to stay up to date with the content I am putting out or when I go live to stream, consider joining the Discord that is linked down below. If you are a Top Tuesday enjoyer or like my stream, check out the merch store that is also linked down below. Last plug here, but if you like my stupid voice, go check out the Based After Dark podcast. I am featured there almost every week. It will be linked down below. I won't lie, it was a nice change of pace making a Locked In review. I hope you guys liked it, and I look forward to doing more on future pieces of content introduced into RuneScape. Much love, and thank you for all the support so much. It means a ton. I will see you next time. Bye!